Welcome everyone to Alcantar Gaming. I'm Alcantar. This walkthrough series will be on Zelda Tears of the Kingdom for Nintendo Switch. Last year, this phenomenal sequel to Zelda Breath of the Wild won the most anticipated Game of the Year award. My goal with this series is to show you how to get 100% everything in the game. All the key items, the abilities, Korok seeds, armor, treasure chests, shrines, temples, dragon tears, and so much more. I'm also going to show you how to fight like a pro with so many different fighting techniques like Flurry and sneak attacks, how to take down Lionels and fire-breathing Gleeoks with ease. If you follow everything in this series of walkthroughs, you're going to be a pro. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. This game is so fun. I can't wait to play it again. This time I'm going to show you how to really enjoy the game and get everything in it. We're going to start out in a tunnel underneath Hyrule Castle. We have Link and Zelda here. Zelda is the one holding the torch on the right, and Link is on the left with the sword. Let's hear what Zelda has to say.
This strange gloom keeps getting thicker. We've been descending for a while now. These tunnels are deeper than I thought. What could be down here?
Alright, so we can move our character around. We're going to get to the end of this little spot here and it'll stop. And there'll be another scene where Zelda will say a little bit more.
People have been falling ill after coming into contact with the gloom drifting through these caverns. Though here it seems almost misty and not concentrated enough to harm us. We'll keep going, with it coming up from beneath Hyrule Castle. We do not know what waits below, so we need to be ready for anything. But I know I'll be okay with you, Link. Let's go solve this mystery.
Well, Zelda's placing her trust in Link. Let's not disappoint her. Alright, so let's go on ahead. There'll be a few different things we can examine here, and there'll be a dialogue here. Well, before we get to that, Zelda will notice the sword that Link has. It's glowing. She says, Link. The Master Sword. It must be sensing something. I knew we had reason for concern. Ever since the end of the calamity, the castle has fallen into neglect. But I never could have imagined anything like these tunnels were hiding here. We must be careful as we move deeper. Well, you don't need to be too careful. Anyways, it shows that you could swing the sword with the Y button. It's glowing. That's a cool little effect. And then, like I was saying, we can examine a few things. Now, you can walk up to something and push the A button here to examine it. Or if you walk past this spot, it'll just automatically get to the same cutscene anyways. So, Zelda says, Link, look here. These are ruins from an ancient civilization. Wait, something is written here. Might these ruins be from the Zonai? Yeah, you can talk to her also. She doesn't say much. I never imagined this was all deep beneath Hyrule Castle. Anyways, let's just move on ahead. This one I'm just going to walk past when we get to it. And here she goes. Oh, look at this. These carvings. I'm sure they're Zonai in origin. I've seen designs like this in my studies. The Zonai are said to have lived long ago, in the time of earliest legend. They possessed godlike powers and had a prosperous civilization in the sky. Many history books tell us about the Zonai, but none gives us the full picture. Much is still unknown about them. Okay, well let's see what else we have to find here. Those statues there. Is this what the Zonai look like? They seem so different than us, and such large ears. Notice that they do have large ears, much larger than the Hylians like Link and Zelda. Though Link and Zelda have big ears themselves, look kind of elf-like. Anyways, how did the ruins from a civilization in the sky end up here beneath the castle? It looks like the path ahead goes even deeper. Let's continue, Link. Okay, let's continue. Let's go ahead and get rid of these bats.
You're not hurt, are you, Link?
Okay, so there'll be a few different things that Zelda will notice here. I'll just be quiet so you can watch it, and I won't give you any spoilers.
Look at these murals. The written histories of the royal family include stories of a great war fought long ago. It was a conflict between allied tribes and someone only ever referred to as the Demon King. Is it possible? Do these murals depict the same legend? This is similar to the statues we saw earlier, a Zonai. And these figures look like Hylians. This depiction certainly suggests that the Zonai descended from the heavens. It is said that my ancestors, the first of Hyrule's royal family, were born from a union with gods who had descended from the heavens. These murals tell a similar story, and if they are accurate, then the gods mentioned were the Zonai. They must have forged a relationship with the Hylians of that time, working together to establish the Kingdom of Hyrule. This figure, he seems to be stealing something of incredible power from the young kingdom. This all aligns with what I've read during my studies. And then this, it shows the Demon King. And a fierce battle against him. If the creature depicted here really does represent the Demon King, then... Oh. Incredible! This mural must be the Great War recorded in the royal histories. This is the imprisoning war, and the events that led up to it. Link! This is a huge discovery!
She's a little too excited there. So, you learned in Breath of the Wild that Zelda is a scholar of sorts.
All right then. Now to use this invention of Purah's. I'm glad I didn't leave it behind. It's so easy to record. You point it and click. Oh. It looks like the rest of the murals are obscured. Oh. Just what is this place? Maybe we'll find more answers farther ahead. Link, let's keep moving deeper.
Alright, so there is nothing over here in this room, this big room. So we're just gonna go deeper, like Princess Zelda suggests. Notice the red, black stuff coming out of the ground and the walls. This is the gloom that Zelda was talking about. It's getting more prominent the deeper we go. Let's see where the source of this is coming from. What is that? What is this place? Let's continue, Link, but we must be extremely careful. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we're going to watch a little cutscene here. I'm not going to talk to give you any spoilers or anything, just so you can enjoy it. And then after that, we'll continue on with our adventure.
What is that?
Was that the sword that seals the darkness? The blade that shatters so easily against my power cannot save you from me. Zelda. You who carries that fragile sword. A Link. Rauru placed his faith in you. And that was all you could do.
How do you know our names?
Wow, that was crazy. So it looks like Zelda and Link are separated. Who knows where Zelda vanished off to? Link's arm got destroyed pretty much when he was trying to stop the gloom coming at him. And who was that corpse that came alive? Well, don't worry about that now. We'll figure that stuff out later as time goes. Let's see where Link's at right now. And there's that crazy arm that was sticking out of the ground before. That cut Link when he was falling. But it looks like it's attached to Link now. So this replaced the destroyed arm Link had before. We'll figure out whose arm this is and why Link has it in just a little bit. Here he comes. He's going to come to now.
Link, finally you wake. I've heard a great deal about you from Zelda. Your wounds were severe. I am relieved to see you escape death. Your arm, however, was beyond saving. I had to replace it, lest the injury endanger you further.
So it's kind of like that arm was talking to him. It wasn't talking to him, but we'll figure out who really was talking to Link and why we can't see him. All right, well, we can move. There's nothing in this room. Just a whole bunch of roots from a tree, vines, and an old building. Let's go ahead and pick this up. This is the Master Sword that got ravaged by the gloom. Decayed Master Sword, the sword that seals the darkness. Its sacred power has been diminished after being ravaged by the gloom beneath Hyrule Castle. And it's a weak weapon, only one attack point, but that's great. You don't want to have the best weapon in the beginning of the game, you want a challenge. So this shows you how you can attack. Kind of showed you a little bit of that earlier when we were in the tunnel beneath Hyrule Castle, but let's go ahead and get rid of those vines. And you can touch this with your hand here. That weird hand that Link now has. Okay, so that blue thing is a teleport symbol, kind of like what they had in Breath of the Wild. You can't teleport to it yet, but you can later. Looks like that started everything up. Alright, so if we look around, there's nothing we can do here. Except there's a little cave opening there. We can't get to it yet until we can get past those gears, which we'll be able to do later. Let's just move on ahead through this passage. Now the controls on Tears of the Kingdom are so intuitive and easy, just like Breath of the Wild. It makes exploration so much fun. And there, it shows a little tip on the right-hand side. Pretty much saying that if you are falling from a big distance, you want to land in water. Or find some way to slow your descent, but water will be safe. Let's go ahead and open this treasure chest. Archaic Legwear. Simple, classic Legwear. They're well worn and showing their age, but they've still got a few good years left in them. it can be a bit cumbersome to have to tie the straps. All right, let's go ahead and open up the inventory and equip these, so at least they have something on. All right, so we got a sword and a little skirt, the Archaic Legwear. All right, at least it's something. Look at that thing floating in the sky. Look at all this floating. We are in the sky, ladies and gentlemen. It's amazing. Now, if you've seen the world of Breath of the Wild, there's Death Mountain. We're way above everything. There's all kinds of places to explore in the sky. Let's go ahead and let's jump off this platform. You see that dragon in the distance? The camera's gonna roll back to it. You'll see it soon, if you missed it. This is amazing. Look at the different islands all around Link. There's the logo. So it's showing we can accelerate. Let's go ahead and do that. We don't want to do a belly flop. It won't really hurt Link, but you can accelerate faster if you want to, like we did. Now, if we look around, there's nothing here. I guess we can climb all that stuff, but let's go ahead and explore. There's that dragon again in the sky. What's amazing about this game too is you can pick up all kinds of things and use them. Like this tree branch can be used as a weapon. And yeah, it is stronger than the Master Sword right now, but let's go ahead and use the Master Sword until its durability is gone, so we have more weapons to use. The Sky Shroom says it's a common mushroom that grows near trees on Sky Islands. Eat it to restore health. So pick up anything you can find, like this tree branch, more mushrooms, all kinds of stuff. You have an apple here, but it looks like there's a soldier construct in the distance. So you can eat this apple too. Let's go ahead and get rid of this guy. Okay, I just did a Flurry Rush. Flurry Rush is an easy way to catch the enemy off guard and put many blows into him before he can attack you. All you need to do is jump back when he's going to hit you, or jump out of the way at the right moment, right before they hit you. And then it slows down where you can just push the Y button a bunch of times. When a weapon breaks, it takes twice as much damage. So I wailed on him until it broke. Now I'm going to switch to a tree branch and wipe him out before he comes to again. Okay, that broke, but I got his weapon. Here's a couple of things he dropped. A Zonai charge, a material used as a power source for constructs and other devices. Its strange light seems to reveal potent energy inside. Soldier construct horn. A blade-like horn from a soldier construct. It's very sharp, so handle with care. Now, we can't really do anything with those just yet, but later on we can, and they'll be very useful. Other things you could do is climb up trees. Some of them don't have anything, but others do, like this one here. We found a couple of eggs here. You can cook these to fill up your life. Let's grab this. We found a wooden stick. Better than a tree branch, though. It says it's a tree branch with an added grip and excellent balance. Equip it and use it as a weapon. Okay, so we're going to get so many different weapons. I'm going to just switch to the tree branch because I'm in the stick. because it has enough durability, and we'll have plenty of weapons to rotate through as time goes. In time, weapons may be scarce if you're not always on the look and picking them up, but this Sky Island has more than enough. Let's go ahead and talk to this construct. It's a steward construct, I think is what it's called. This is a nice guy, not like the soldier construct. He's not going to attack us, he'll just talk to us. Link is kind of caught off guard. He says, Link, I have waited for you. Princess Zelda left something for you in my care. This is the Purah pad. I am told it is an invaluable tool that will provide you with direction. Kind of looks like the Nintendo Switch. Or the Sheikah Slate that you have in Breath of the Wild. So, it says, Purah Pad, Princess Zelda's prized device. It has a variety of features that are essential for adventure. And it has a lot of the features that the Sheikah Slate had before in the previous game. But this does have more that we'll find as time goes. I received it from Princess Zelda. I have now passed it on to you. My records indicate that Princess Zelda is waiting at the location marked on its map. My message has been delivered. Let's go ahead and ask where we're at. We stand in the Garden of Time. The Temple of Time is visible from here. It was used in the distant past. Many rites and ceremonies of the kingdom were held there. But no more. Now it is a lonely place. No one visits. Good. There's another thing we can open. Let's not talk to that guy anymore. He has nothing else to say. Let's activate this device here so we can cross this landmass. And now we have a bridge. Okay, let's head over this way. Pick up a couple of apples. You could also pick up other things that you can't carry with you, like this vase, and throw it if you want. But of course, if you throw it by an NPC, like that steward construct, they're going to get scared and say stuff. Your behavior is a threat. And you can attack them too, but they won't attack you back. Let's go ahead and throw these, grab what's in them. And let's grab that wooden stick. Okay, it shows how we can throw the weapon. Just like how I threw the vase, you just pick it up and then you release the R button. You press, you hold it, you release it, and it chucks it. Hello, you seem to be new here. Do you intend to use that as a weapon against the soldier constructs? Soldier constructs? Soldier constructs are those of us given strict orders to protect this land. The Zonai who created us directed them to eliminate trespassers. Okay, so the Zonai created these guys too. Probably got these land masses to fly above the sky too. We're going to learn more about the Zonai in time. They will consider you a trespasser. You must treat them as a serious threat. Allow me to offer unsolicited advice. It is crucial to maintain a proper distance and target your opponents. Swinging haphazardly will not yield results. So we can lock on with how it showed. You may practice targeting on me if you want. Oh, but please do not attack. Do not actually attack. Too bad. Okay, so by locking on, notice the icon changes. And we can move around. You just walk around in a circle, or you could go back. You could strafe left and right. Oh, I didn't mean to talk to him again. But you can attack. Now, if it wasn't someone you could talk to, I can go ahead and hit the A button to jump and swing my sword towards them. But it'll just make us talk to that construct when we do that, so we don't want to do that. Let's go ahead and move. This thing has a Zonai charge. So you're going to find all kinds of decayed things. Try to search them when you come to them, because you might find some items, some great items. Let's jump again. Okay, we got a frog. Picked it up, a hot-footed frog. A quick frog that can be found hopping around near water. Cook it with monster parts to draw out its speed boost effects. Okay, there's another one over there. Probably too far away to get to it. No. Yeah. Right here. Okay, we want to get out of the water before our stamina runs out or we'll drown and lose a heart. But now that it's back again, we can get out. Okay. Just move over this way. You could also pick up rocks. Sometimes you find things under them as well. Okay, so we have a soldier construct here. But I'm gonna sneak up on him. Oh gosh, I would have, but he saw me. So let's just well on him. Well, I didn't do a flurry attack, but who cares? Didn't lose that much life. Let's drop a bunch of these tree branches that we don't need. Whoops, not that one. We're gonna get plenty of weapons. Notice when I stored these, you'll see a little sparkle at the top right. That shows that it has perfect durability. This one that doesn't have the sparkle has been used, and so let's just keep using the same one until it breaks. Okay, let's head up this way. Looks like we have a couple of ostrich-like characters here, creatures. I might be able to sneak up on it. Ah, found me. Attack it. Oh, unless it charges you. Okay, when you kill different creatures, you can get meat or other things from it. But don't actually move until your stamina's gone, because you'll get tired. You will move slow, like this, until the meters fill up again. Alright. Notice we have some boulders up here, and a couple of soldier constructs there. Just throw a boulder on them. And let's kill this guy before he runs around for us. There's another one in the distance, but I don't think it saw me. Let's kind of keep our distance. Okay. Now these long sticks are pretty cool because they can attack quickly in one direction. So these different weapons attack different ways. Oh, and that's another thing too. You can hold the Y button to power up and do a swing. Or with these long sticks, you can power it up and hit like that. Okay, this one's going to break in one hit. Let's just use it so it'll take the most damage from whatever we attack. Sure, we could have gotten apples there, but it doesn't matter. There's plenty of stuff. I want to get behind this soldier construct before it sees me and do a sneak attack. Okay. So as long as he doesn't turn around, we'll get to him. And I'll move very slowly when I get to him. You don't want to move too fast. So, it shows you how you can do it as well. If you're crouched and you're behind them, you'll see a little icon that says Y for Sneakstrike. just do that. Just hit the Y button. Okay. Let's make our way over here and talk to this. Oh, before that, notice there's a couple of grasshoppers, or at least one. Restless cricket. A very energetic cricket cooked with monster parts to create a stamina recovery elixir. Notice I was crouching when I was moving to it. If I was walking towards it, it'd probably fly away. Unless you have other things later that will make you more sneaky. Alright, let's pick this up. Toasty Sky Shroom. A simply grilled Sky Shroom. The heat brings out its flavor and increases the amount of health it can restore. The Steward Construct says, I roasted that, but it's yours if you want. You roast them? Oh, I had not noticed before that you were unfamiliar to me. My apologies. Among my tasks is to explain anything that visitors might require knowledge of. You may have questions about this place. Please rest assured that a construct can answer them. I recall that your question was about roasting food. I roast ingredients by placing them beside the fire. I do not eat, but I am given to understand that it improves the taste. Our creators roasted ingredients in order to enhance their nutritional value. Do you have ingredients? I invite you to use this fire to roast them. Let's go ahead and do that. Now there's two ways to cook. You can roast things, or you could put things in a pot and make different meals in the pot. You can cook things together. When we get to a pot, we'll do that. But let's go ahead and just hold a bunch of things. You can hold up to 5 things at a time. I can mix and match, but I'll just do 5 mushrooms right now. You gotta wait till it ignites, then wait till the fire stops. Then you need to pick it up before a fire starts again, or I guess before that second fire finishes, or else it'll burn it to a crisp. But now we have 6 roasted mushrooms. All right, let's go ahead and head to this Temple of Time right here. Another soldier posture. This one with a sword and a shield. Whoa, what is it doing? Okay. Now, of course, this shield will break your weapon. Well, it'll take a lot of durability on it. Let's go ahead and fight it a different way. Well, I was gonna do a Flurry Rush, but I guess I got distracted. Rusty Broadsword. The once fearsome sword has seen better days. It can do some damage in the right hands, but also breaks quickly. Okay. And we got the wooden shield. Awesome. Okay, so we can hold that. You can put up a shield and hold it while you're facing enemies. You could also push it this way, knock weapons out of enemies' hands. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's fill up our life. Oh, another thing too is we can check the recipe right here to show how we made it. Pretty much just shows we roasted a mushroom. Okay. Let's see if we can open this door. Not yet.
That door will open only to those with sufficient power. I'm sorry. I did not intend to startle you. It was I that spoke to you earlier. That arm originally belonged to me. I am Rauru. Forgive me for appearing to you in this manner. Unfortunately, I no longer have a physical form. In any case, that arm should allow you to open this door. It seems to have lost the power to do so. You might be able to restore it, but you would need to enter a place filled with sacred light. Ah, of course. Why not visit the shrines on this island? The shrines. Yes, I'm sure they are the key.
Okay, so we have another quest. Right here it's showing how we can open our adventure log. This shows our quests. There are main quests, side quests, adventure quests. There's all kinds of quests. Right now we only have 2 main quests. Here's the first one. This is what the Stewart construct gave us when he gave us the Purah pad to find Zelda, but we can't go further until we could open that door. So now we have a new quest. And it tells a little bit about it. If you look at the bottom right, you can read it. Pretty much just talks about how Rauru said the arm should have more abilities that need to be unlocked first before we can have access to that Temple of Time. And we need to visit the shrines to unlock those abilities. So let's go ahead and do that. Also notice it has a yellow dot on the map where that quest was given. So we know we got the quest right here because of that yellow dot on the map. Okay, another cool thing we can do with the Purah pad is we can zoom in. I'll kind of explain this a little bit further, but I want to mark these right now. And then you can put a pin down on different things. Like right there is one of the shrines, and here is another shrine. Now they put these pins on your map. If we look at the map, you can see both of these pins. You can also change them to something else, you know, a different icon if you want. But the icon will only stay on a static portion of the map. If we keep it as these beacons, they'll always show on the map. Like right here, it shows on the extents of the map for the blue spot and then the red spot here. So we can always follow them even if they're out of bounds of the map. Alright, let's go ahead and head up this way. Notice we have another soldier construct, but he didn't see us yet. Let's do another sneak attack. We don't want him to find us, so let's move kind of slowly. Even though you're sneaking, you don't want to push all the way on your control pad. Sure, you'll be crawling, but you'll be crawling too fast, so you want to barely push on it as you're crouched, sneaking towards it. And when you get to it, it'll show the little button to do the Sneakstrike. Push Y. There it goes, it's dead. That was easy. We now have arrows and a bow. And it shows how we can use it. Now the strength of these arrows is based on the strength of the bow and what you can do to the arrows later. Later on we can modify these arrows. Let's go ahead and pick him up. Looks like he was shooting and missing all over the place. Here we go. Now if I push the ZR button and hold it, it shows we have 12 arrows. You can move around and then let go to fire an arrow, but we don't need to do that. Now, I went up here not because there's something to do, but because I want to stop this construct. Oh gosh, I ran too fast and he heard me. Notice the bottom left, now the left side. He was looking for me. I want to stay out of the way till he turns around. Usually he's facing the other way if you don't distract him. Now he's looking all over the place. Maybe I'll just go down well on him. I was going to sneak up on him. I've showed you how to do sneak strikes before. Let's see if he won't move this way. Ah, who cares? Go ahead and get him. Let's get a couple of these mushrooms. You could jump up, but it uses a lot of your stamina. I'm gonna jump to the side, pick it up and fall. We got another one. Okay. Don't want to go that way. The shrine is up here. So let's cross the water this way. There's the dragon again. Just want to jump on top of it and ride it. Maybe later in the game. Okay, notice you're hearing a little bit of a kind of a different song, a little bit of a tune. This is because we're by the shrine. You hear these different songs when you get closer to the shrine. The Ukouh Shrine? I don't know, maybe I didn't say it right. Let's go ahead and use our hand and get inside the shrine. Get inside this big rock. You have another teleport spot for later. And that's cool. It's crazy how there's an entire shrine inside this rock. Let's go ahead and do the shrine and get our first ability. Notice this screen that comes up when things load. It shows tips and tricks. On the left-hand side, if you read it, if you're fast at reading it, or you read it as soon as it pops on the screen, you may learn something. But let's just see what happens here. Here's Rauru. So you made it here. This is a shrine of light. Long ago, I filled these places with light that purges evil. I believe this light will restore an ability your right arm has lost. Now then, extend your hand. So this is an ability that I guess Rauru had before, because that's Rauru's hand that Link has now. Ultrahand. Grab and move objects, rotate them, and stick them to other objects. This is an amazing ability. Probably the most important ability that Link gets. You do so many things with this. This is the Ultrahand ability. It allows you to move objects freely and attach them to other objects. With it, you will be able to build a great number of things. Really, anything you can imagine. Use Ultrahand and receive the blessing from this shrine. So if you've played Zelda Breath of the Wild, the prequel to this game, and you've gotten the Magnesis ability, this is kind of like Magnesis, where you can move metal objects around with Magnesis, but with Ultrahand you can move almost anything that you can pick up or use or interact with. And you could also attach them to things, so it's really cool. Okay, so it shows how to use it. Let's go ahead and use it. Here we go. So we'll push the L button, move around, choose what you want to do. Just push A to grab. Shows controls at the bottom to move forward, back, to cancel it. We can rotate if we want. Let's go ahead and put this down to make a bridge. And that little sound it made, I don't know if I can make it right. That just means you did something special. All the Zelda games have something like that. Okay, so I'm going to make this huge. You can make really huge objects with this. Let's go back. Notice it has the yellow dots, I guess, where it shows where it's going to attach. And it has little dotted lines showing that they're connected. So I'll want to do it to the center of this. Now it's attached. And let's put it down to make another bridge. What we can also do here is use this as a ramp to get this treasure chest. Now notice everything you can pick up is this orange color, and it turns green when you've highlighted it. So we can pick up the treasure chest too if we want, and we could have just moved it down, but it doesn't matter. Amber. Now that's something you can sell. Later on you can do other things with it. You get more money than some of the basic items you have. Now if you look up here, it shows you an example of what you can do with Ultrahand. Now that thing's going across the rod over there. Now you can get up there, but there's nothing on either side where that thing's coming from and where it's going. It just takes you to a pit. So there's no point. Let's go ahead and grab this. We can shake the control stick. I guess the movement R directional button to unconnect things, which we did. And now let's connect this to the wood here. And now we have a little raft with a hook on it. Let's connect it to it just like what it showed above. Jump on it before it goes without us. And because of the declined angle of this rod here, gravity will just push us down to where we need to go. And we're done. That was an easy shrine. Okay, so let's get the thing that we get at the end of this shrine. You have done well to reach this place. We offer this light that will cleanse you of evil. Now that statue on the right looks kind of like Rauru, and then there's looks like a Hylian on the left side. And you'll figure out who they are later. Well, we've met Rauru, but you'll figure out who the other Hylian is. That's creepy. Alright, so I guess it cleansed him of some of the gloom that was in his arm. Light of Blessing, a crystal that glows with a light that purges ancient evil and purifies with its radiance. Now, if we collect more of these, we can redeem them in for hearts and additional stamina. So you want to collect all the ones you can. Do all the shrines you find. Let's see the next tip and trick. It says safe skydiving. When you need to dive from the sky to the surface, landing in the deep water. I didn't read fast enough. Pretty much says that it would be a safe way to land. Alright, Rauru says, you did very well getting through that shrine. And you restored an ability. This is wonderful. If you visit and complete 2 more shrines, you should be able to open the door to the Temple of Time. You may want to mark the shrines in the distance with pins, then you'll never lose track of where they are. The Purah pad offers you a very useful scope. It's quite handy. Now we've already done that. We put a couple of pins out there. Now it's showing you how to do it. But let's go ahead and do this on one more shrine. This one, we already had the red pin at it. But there is another shrine somewhere. Right over there, past the smoke. So we got 1 shrine down. We have 2 to go, for now. All right, that's it for today's video. Let me know of any questions or comments you may have below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell so you won't miss out on anything. Until next time, thanks for watching Alcantar Gaming. Goodbye.